Welcome to RAD CHAT. I'm your host, Brandilynn, and today's special guest is Chester Menjivar. You're a videographer, an educator, and you're a stagehand, and that's a lot of crazy different things in one. So I just kind of want to talk to you about a little bit of them. Let's start with how you got into videography, because how I met you was shout out to Skin Deep Photo. They booked me for their promo shoot, and he shot it. So woo! So we met, like, I think that was what, maybe over a year ago now?
Just about. Yeah, well, first, thank you for having me.
Thank
it's
you
awesome.
for coming.
I'm excited. This is awesome. I feel a little nervous because, you know, usually I'm the guy behind the
camera.
I know, so it's like, oh, wow, this is what it feels like to be a rock star.
Yes, shout
awesome.
out. Thank you for coming so much.
No, thank you for having me again. Yeah, it's just, you know, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. But yeah, was it a year ago?
I think it was like April, so maybe almost about a year now.
Almost a year, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It was a good time. It was like kind of like trying to be a Victoria's Secret angel, but like in our own way.
I know.
But I was like so dorky that it was like, I gotta like get a vibe going.
I know, it was awesome. It was funny too, because I remember it was, I think it was the first time I ever done a shoot like that. And I was like, okay, cool. Okay, now I have to ask for direction.
I needed it so badly.
Because usually I'm just shooting behind the scenes of, you know, what goes on. Yeah, but I'm like, oh, wow, I'm actually, okay, cool. So now I actually have to kind of direct.
Put your own directive take on it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay. So it was fun. It was a learning experience, but it's been fun. Since then, you know.
And it was great too, because you even did great clips where I wasn't even paying attention, but like those were the best clips. Like when you just were filming, but no one knew you were filming.
Yeah, see, a lot of the, I mean, sure, you know, I can do series kind of footage, you know, where, you know, you're modeling and whatnot, but also want to get like the I guess the innocence, you know, that raw feeling, you know. It's like what goes in terms of emotion, you know, what goes into it. Yeah, that was a fun time, and thank you for doing that, and thank you, Skin Deep, Melissa.
But yeah, so how did you first get into doing that, and what made you get into that? Because that's a really interesting take. You really have to kind of know how the camera works and the direction and your angles.
A lot of it, you know, since I was a kid, I mean, I've always had a camera with me. Well, not since I was a child, you know, like 8 years old. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
What is it, around, I think in middle school, my family, we had a camera, and I was like, okay, cool. So I would kind of sneak it out of the house, take it to school, and just kind of like document everything, you know, hanging out with friends. And I would do like little short films off of that.
Nice.
You know, it was really cool. You know, I never intended to do like films, you know, like Steven Spielberg, that kind of stuff. It was more, it was kind of like, you know, let me just get, because I always watch a lot of MTV, you know, a lot of Spanish television where, you know, it's always like, you know, there's a camera out there in a crowd. Let's just get people's reactions, people's emotions, you know, kind of documenting what's there. So I guess you could say documentary style kind of
was how you first got into it.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, since then, you know, I just started shooting films, videos. When I got to high school, you know, I finally had a film class. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I know how to use a camera at this point. Now to shoot a movie, you know, work off a script, that was very challenging for me. But it was still something I really didn't want to do. Which was interesting. You know, it's like, you know, I love
still exploring that.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, you know, I really don't want to work off of scripts. Just want to just go out there. You ever watch Cloverfield?
I've seen it. That's the one where they're like doing the whole thing leading on the camera.
Yeah, so something like that where, you know, it's just nonsense. Whereas another example would be Blair Witch Project. You know, it's just, it's a documentary. You're filming it, and it's just kind of, you're getting the raw emotions.
Yeah, that's true. You hear all the crinkling of the leaves and the running and how they actually feel in that moment.
Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I love to catch, you know. So, you know, and then finally when I went to college, right after high school.
What college did you go to?
I went to Santa Monica College.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's where, and I kind of just, you know, let me backtrack a little bit. It's a funny story, you know, between high school, my first year of college, I kind of ditched videography for a little bit. I was doing radio, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
I was doing a little voiceovers here and there because, you know, what was it? Since a kid, I've always been a presenter. I'll always be the one kid, you know, who would love to read out loud.
When nobody else does.
Nobody else does. I'd be the one kid who would be like, oh, we need a master ceremony for this event. I'll do it.
That's great.
Because I was able to do that, you know, as a young kid. So, you know, when I got to college, like, you know what? Oh, let me take speech classes, radio classes, just to kind of, you know,
branch out a little bit.
Yeah, perfect the voice, I guess. Because, you know, I did a few voiceovers between, like I said, between, what is it, high school and college.
Okay.
So I did a commercial. It was low budget stuff, like promo videos.
Oh, okay.
Not commercials, but promo videos. You know, like, what is it? For like DJs, events,
nice.
You know,
youth
corps.
Just getting your little dabble into it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, Cummings, you know, what was it? I know this one. I still remember the first script I read. It was Youth Corps Training Presents, the Youth Corps Music Festival.
And you would say that line.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's...
You know, Saturday, December something, you know, 2011, whatever.
You know, thinking of it, you do remember those short little lines when you're listening to the radio.
Yeah, that kind of, those little plugins there. Yeah, so I did that. And then what was it? When I finally...
Did you have to change your voice for that too? Like,
a little
really
bit.
Get into the...
Yeah, a lot of it, because it's funny because there are videos. Oh my God, I have so many stories.
Yes, I love it.
I have, during high school, I used to be in a band.
Okay.
So I would be the one recording, like, all the back, like, behind the scenes, you know, like...
Yeah.
We would vlog. I was like the early days of vlogging.
Vlogging.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Here we are with the drummer.
Did you play an instrument in the band?
Yeah.
What did you play?
I played bass.
Oh,
Bass
I
guitar.
used to play bass.
No way.
Growing up.
No
yes,
way. That's awesome.
Yeah, rock and roll. Long live.
Long live,
That's
right?
so cool. So you would do, I was very heavily going, like, attending concerts because I didn't have a band or anything, but I did learn how to play bass. But, so would you play at, like, local shows and, like, the VFW scene? And
pretty much, yeah. You know, just around the area, you know, nothing too big, you know, nothing like Whiskey a Go-Go, The Will Turn, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We were just I don't want to say big, but, you know, we were known, at least in my community, because, you know, it's a very, you know, it's mostly Hispanics.
Okay.
So, of course, the big scene back then was always, and it still is, I think, punk, like garage punk, ska, a lot of ska music.
Yeah, ska.
Yeah, I love it.
Big D in the kids' table?
Yeah, that kind of thing, yeah. But it was very East LA kind of thing. So it was like, oh my God. It was cool at first, but after a while it got kind of annoying. It's like, oh my God, that's it. But my band, it's kind of weird because we were Hispanic, but we were playing like, everybody would call us the white boy band.
Oh, really?
Because we were playing like, I know it's weird, like we were playing like Blink-182, Paramore.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. We weren't
Taking
really
Back Sunday. Used.
We were like a pop punk band.
Pop punk band.
Yeah. So we're like, what's the pop punk band doing in like East LA?
Oh, yeah, that's so funny. I didn't know that about you. That's awesome.
So I know, right? Secrets out.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really cool, you know. But yeah, I mean that was just something that it was short lived, but it's something I would still want to do again, you know, just for fun.
Just for fun.
You know, start a band. It
helped you have fun outside of like the work world in a sense.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, my life, you know, it may not be the success story, but I feel
everyone has their own success story.
True, yeah, yeah. But I feel like I lived a good life, you know, like I've had all these wonderful opportunities that were thrown at me, or you know, that I lived through. So it's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But let's take it a little bit back to, you started saying you were doing the radio in college, and then from there it got you more into just finding that style of videography.
Yes, it's weird because radio was just, I hate to say it, but in a way radio is kind of a dying industry.
Yeah.
You know,
now like
Spotify, you know, everyone's just doing podcasts, which is cool. It's great. Everyone's doing their own thing. But you know, that just means no one's listening to radio anymore. Stations. Yeah. So okay, cool. You know, when I got to Santa Monica College, I was actually studying radio at Cerritos College.
Okay.
I got a lot of things to say about that school, but I won't get into it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Then I went to SMC. Yeah. Corsairs.
I'm not from here, but woohoo!
Corsairs. But when I got there, you know, when I was signing up for classes, there was a radio class that was on the list. Oh, let me try it there. You know, when I signed up for it, immediately I got an email. Oh, so there weren't enough signups, so you know they have to cancel the class. I was like, damn, just my luck, you know. And so okay, so I was going through the catalog or the list, and I was like, oh, television production. Okay, you know, I looked at the description, I read it, it was cool. I was like, all right, this is awesome. So I finally, you know, I signed up for it. First day of the semester, first day of school. I get there, and they're telling us what we're going to do. And I got to tell you something, that class changed my life.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so interesting.
Because that's what kind of, you know, it rekindled that love.
Into you.
You know, that whole videos. On top of that, you know, we were, in that class, think about it, it's a community college.
Yeah.
But I think it should be like a 4-year school.
School.
Yeah, to be honest with you. With one semester, we were shooting television style production, something like this, you know, when we're interviewing others, that we'll have different cameras and everything. We'll have that in the class. We'll turn it into a studio. On top of that, we would go, it was walking distance. There was a local TV station in Santa Monica.
Okay.
I think they no longer exist.
Oh, really?
I think, could be wrong, but yeah, we used to go there and intern. So we would actually shoot actual 30-minute shows for the city to watch. College students were producing their own TV show.
Wow, and actually like putting the content out. Wow, yeah, that's really crazy. I feel like my college, I don't even know if we did anything like that.
See, that's crazy. Yeah, because I was doing my research. I'm like, wow, for a community college to do this,
that's pretty high up.
That's exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, this is crazy. So, you know, I fell in love with it. You know, I was like, oh my god, you know, there's so much I can do here. But then, here's the thing though. Besides the camera work, I loved just setting up for production.
Okay.
You know, just
the equipment, and where it needs to be.
Yeah, because I mean, being a musician, you know, being a kid who knew camera equipment, you know, as a young child. I keep saying child, young kid.
You're still young.
I guess. You know, I don't know about the facial hair though. Forgot to shave it. You know, I love that whole, you know, just the technical work. You know, the gritty work that goes into it. I just love that. You know,
like the hard work of it.
You know, sometimes people tell me, like, I've been on as a guest, you know, here and there. I'll go to a show as a VIP guest. You know, hey, we have this guy Chester. He's our master of ceremony for a show.
Nice.
But sometimes what I'll do is I'll sneak in like backstage and I'll kind of help out the guys.
Really? That's so nice.
People have told me, like, dude, what are you doing? And you'll see me like in a suit or just kind of well dressed. Like, well, I mean, I'm giving you guys a hand. I love this stuff. You know, honestly, I'd rather be backstage than, you know,
than out on the front.
Yeah,
that's cool because I feel like not. I mean, it's awesome that someone like you enjoys it. It's not just like, oh, we have to set everything up and it's like a hassle. It's like, no, like, this is great. This is what forms. Like, without the setup, you have no production.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's you know, I don't know. It's just kind of, you kind of love it.
Yeah.
You gotta really love it. You know. But going back to videography, you know, I just kind of, you know, it rekindled that love, and I don't know, I just got back into it. And then on top of that, there was a class that, you know, it was, I want to say part B to that one.
Okay.
That one is just video production where the professor literally says, here's a camera, record whatever you want. A big old Panasonic camera. The ones you see like they shoot for documentaries.
Oh, okay.
Go out there, shoot whatever you want, you know, and okay, so I'll just take the camera home, record like little wannabe documentaries, you know, like 30-second clips.
Do you remember your first one you kind of did?
We were doing a PSA for, what is it? It was about, it's crazy. The school would kind of hire us.
Okay.
Hey, you know, for example, the environmental club or the department, they'll be like, hey, we need a promo video for, you know, stay green, you know, go green, that kind of thing, you know, pick up after yourselves, that kind of thing.
Clean up the litter.
Yeah. So we did like little promo videos like for Instagram, for Facebook.
Oh, okay.
That kind of stuff. We'd be like, okay, we'll have, it's funny because we were so low budget, even myself, I would star in it as well. And I hated that.
So you're filming and starring, you're a jack of all trades.
Yeah, well, it would be group projects, or they'll pair us up with other people, but it's it would always be the same four. So we're like, damn.
Just cycle them in and out.
Yeah, which is like, okay, cool. And then people would notice, like, oh yeah, we know who shot that one.
You had a certain style to it.
Yeah,
nice.
There was this thing called the Chester shot, when I would like kind of do this weird movement with the camera.
Oh, okay.
And people were like, oh yeah, we know who shot that.
That's
one.
Your shot.
You would hear that in the class.
That's cool. I'm sure. Like, oh yeah, they recognize my style.
It was, you know, you have to stand out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you stand out doing that?
And it's not even like, oh, look at me, you know. It's more like you just have to kind of find your own way. And believe it or not, that kind of came to me a little bit, you know, whatever I was doing. But it's funny because I was influenced by what I saw on TV.
Oh, okay.
So technically, it wasn't my style. Maybe I just kind of emulating
someone else's and made it your own.
Yeah. So people would be like, oh, that's the Chester shot. That's what it was kind of known for. You know, I could go on because I actually ended up being like a teacher's assistant in that class.
Oh, shit.
So like months later, so it's like, you know, I was doing independent study with them. So I would help teach the class.
Wow.
And I guess the Chester shot kind of became like part of the curriculum.
Oh, okay.
Sort of.
Oh my god, dude, that's so rad.
And I'm like, oh shoot, like really? Like,
why was that a little surreal?
It was. And it's funny though because I'm like, why would you teach this? This is like the unorthodox way
to do it.
To do it, yeah.
But I guess it's probably like the teachers recognizing like this kid is not only grasping the concept but making it your own, and then that's probably why they would want you to come and teach it. I'm sure, at least. Yep. Assuming so.
Yeah, you know what? I credit my professors. I love them. You know, they're the ones who really, you know, I'm sure they get it a lot, but it's because they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You know, they really taught me how to turn on a camera properly. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, how to set up a tripod. You know, how to set up lavalier microphones, that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, okay, cool. That's when I came in, I was like, oh, this is like right up my alley.
Oh, good.
Like, I should be back there, actually. You know.
Switch over.
You know, you come back over here. See you, camera girl.
Jennifer's like, no. Shout out to Jennifer, our greatest behind the scenes work.
I know. We got to talk later, okay?
Yes. But that's so cool. So you started doing that, and so when you graduated Santa Monica College, how long ago was that approximately?
Not too long ago. My God, I should know, right?
But you've been doing it for a good amount of years now.
Yes, and it's funny though, because this is where it leads into the education part.
Okay, yeah.
I was transferred from there. I was like, okay, cool, because I got a little delayed behind. You know, I got backed up on school.
Everybody does.
Yeah, so it's
I was a 5-year student.
Tell me about it. And yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. You know, let's okay, I'm done with Santa Monica. Okay, I could transfer to a different school, but you know, let me try working in different fields. So well, not different fields, but you know, let me try to apply to different companies where I can work in production.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh man, no one's hiring me. No one's really looking at my stuff. This and that. So it was, you know, I guess you kind of get into this whole like depression phase. You know, like no one likes my stuff. It's not gonna happen. But I'm like, you know what, dude? There are other ways, you know, to really there are other platforms for you. You know, don't aim for like the bigger companies. You know, like 20th Century Fox. That's where I really wanted to work at. What was it?
One day.
Walt Disney Picture Studios.
Oh, would love to work at Disney.
You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's like, man, all right, cool. We'll see where it goes. But I don't know, something. My sister attended the high school that I graduated from. There was this one particular day I wanted to go pick her up. And I completely forgot. Wait, you know what? There's an after-school program here. You know, let me hit them up. Let's see if I can apply.
Get a little bit in there.
See, just to get a job on the side. So, because at the time I was working somewhere else. But it's like, you know, let me get a second job just so I can get more money, so I can save up for gear, equipment. So yeah, I go in, and I talk to the guys who were in charge at the time. Excuse me. Oof. Oh God.
You're okay.
I'll cry. No.
Do you want some water?
No, I'm getting outside. I think I'm choking on my own saliva. No, and met the guys. They were cool. They were asking me, what would you want to bring to the school? Then I thought about it. It's like, you know what? That's a good question. I just came in here without like
really kind of knowing.
Yeah, like no plan. I just kind of went in like, oh shoot, what do I do? What do I want to do at the school? So he's like, give it a week. Think about it. And I was like, well, I have years of experience doing this, doing that. Then I thought about it. Wait a minute. As a high school kid, I remember actually being the one in charge of the stage.
Oh, okay.
So when it came to like, I wasn't just a host.
Yeah.
When it came to like a production or a talent show or like a conference, I would be the one setting up the stage, the lights, and the microphone.
Oh, okay.
So that's something I kind of picked up along the way.
Yeah.
Then I thought about it. Wait, what if I asked them, do you guys have a drama department? Like, no. Nothing at all? No. Wow.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, my high school was very small. So, okay, cool. Here it comes. I come in the next week. Like, all right, guys, this is what I want to bring into the school. I want to teach kids how to run a stage, how to set up audio, how to do lights, you know, how to stage manage. Oh, wow, we never had that before. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, cool.
So that's
so, like, how do you, like, you literally just brought a new idea to a place they never even had it, and they're like, shit, let's do it.
Let's do it,
That's really awesome.
And it's funny because it was on the spot because I always tell, you know, my students especially, because I heard this from somewhere else, but you know what? In this kind of world, it's not always what you know, but who you know. And so how I got that job really quickly was, I spoke to the guy. We were talking about, production, like what's that all about? And then I mentioned someone else's name. He was actually my mentor in high school.
Oh, okay.
Little did I know that him and my mentor are like friends.
Oh, wow.
So on that
instant.
Yeah, so he's like, call Phil. His name is Phil, my mentor. He goes, call him.
Shout out to Phil.
So I call him. Hey, Phil. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I got someone who wants to talk to you. Then I give the phone over to the guy.
Oh, shit.
And they're like kind of like cursing at each other, being friends, being buds. You know, like, what's up, bitch? You know, can I curse here?
Yeah, you can curse.
I said bitch. Ooh, right.
I know. We're okay. It's on Instagram.
Great. Yeah, it's all, you know, I got the job like that. But, you know, it's just, you know.
That is something I have learned living in Los Angeles, I feel like it is kind of about who you know, and like it kind of comes back to, I feel like, just being a good person. And if you interact with people, you never know if you're going to see them again, and karma is real, and treat everybody great, because one day you might need that person to get you that job.
Exactly. You know, it's
networking is so important.
It's very important. Are you kidding me? It's even, you know, that's kind of how even like the current jobs I have right now are because of that.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's, you know, how I got the job, and then I've been there for about, what is it? I'm in my third year now.
What school? Can you say what school you're teaching at?
Sure, Maywood Academy High School.
Okay.
It's for an after school program.
Okay.
But you know, I like to describe it like for, what is it, the School of Rock?
Okay.
Where I'm Mr. Schneebly. You know, I deal with a bunch of kids that are really talented.
Yeah.
But it's funny though, because a lot of the, you know, we were teaching stage production, but then somehow all the kids they all decided to be rock stars.
Oh.
So like, oh, I want to play guitar. I want to play guitar.
So are you teaching them that too?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
It's cool, but then I'm like, dude, I have no one to run audio. I have no stage managers. Like,
so like everyone just wants to play the music.
Yeah, it's like, man, nobody wants to work backstage anymore. It's like, God damn it.
So it kind of took away from what you were originally doing, but now broaden your horizons to a little bit more, where you can educate on a different level.
Yes.
Especially since you said you started in music.
Yes.
How do you feel like that has made you feel over the years of making that kind of full circle in a sense?
I don't know. It's just, it's awesome, you know, especially, you know, I don't like to give myself a big pat on the back, only you know, I'm very humble, you know. Yeah. I do it because I love it, and, you know, I like to look out for people. I don't know. I wish I had this as a kid.
Yeah.
I wish I had this kind of environment. Mm-hmm. And so I could have simply said, you know what, screw this. I don't want to do this. Why would I want to give myself to this school when they didn't give me anything, you know?
Yeah, in return.
But no. So I decided to just, you know, let me try this. Let me give it a shot, and it's been life-changing since then.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. How crazy, like, the act of just giving back has changed your life in a sense.
Wow, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't expect things.
Yeah.
And I just kind of just go with it.
That's a good mentality to have, because I feel like, you know, in this day and age, everyone just like are worried about themselves and want to do their own thing, and it's like, here you are, like, went into a school just to, like, at first just get a job for yourself, and now here you are, like, teaching kids and educating kids who also want to do what you're doing or what you can inspire them to do. That's so uplifting. I'm sure that also probably makes you have a positivity, like you know, want to make these, like, what you want these kids to have what you didn't have, in a sense.
Yes, it's crazy though, because a lot of them, you know, this is one kid in particular. They're all amazing. You know, I have no favorites.
Yeah.
No, they're all special.
Can't pick favorites.
No, you can't. No, some of them drive me crazy nuts. Some of them do. Some of them don't.
What is the age range? I should have said that.
They're from what's high school? So you're looking at what, 14, 15 to 18. Yeah, some of them, you know, are in that range. But yeah, it's been very, you know, to see them grow the last 3 years. It's been awesome. But the point I was trying to make is that, you know, as a bassist, you know, I did my thing. You know, I kind of show off to these kids. You know, this could be you, even though I suck. I'm like, this could be you.
But see, them, you're everything.
I hope no. But see, this one kid who's a bassist now. See him transition from, you know, someone who really wasn't interested. Yeah. Now he's playing, he's singing, you know, he's doing Blink-182 songs.
Oh,
sometimes he'll be like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he'll be like, Chester, check it out. I learned this song. And he's playing a Blink-182 song, and I'm like, dude, that's sick, bro.
What song?
This Carousel,
wow.
First Date.
So he's playing a couple.
Yeah, and I'm like,
good for him. Like, teach him on the good music.
Right. They're all great.
Oh,
It's just,
so
but just
awesome.
that, like, I see myself in him.
In him, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that was me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, 16 years old, you know, want to be Blink-182.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's so important too, because I feel like you said, you didn't have that when you were younger. I feel like I did not have that when I was younger either, and it's like I had to kind of find it on my own of like what I was into and how I became myself and how to learn. But here you are giving this high school a platform of maybe they would never even know this is a job opportunity or an interest, and then you don't even know, maybe it's helping them in their personal lives, having more happiness, where they know they can come to this after school program and just learn so much and have a good community of people. I think that's so inspiring that you're doing that.
Thank you. You know, I do my best. I do my best because, you know, I'm not teaching them, the history of you know, civilization or the Pythagorean theorem or, you know, what is it? What's it?
Algebra.
Algebra, all that kind of stuff, all the good stuff.
I know, like, I hate math.
I like to say I'm dyslexic for math. Yes. I still don't get it.
I remember when I was growing up, I hated math so much that I just would, like, imagine myself being like, how the hell am I ever going to get out of this? Like, I need to get out of this class. Math was rough. Jennifer is actually really good at math, and it makes me so jealous.
Well, I feel like I offended her.
Oh, she's so smart with math, and I'm like, I don't know how to do algebra.
Wow.
So shout out to her for math skills. English, no problem, but that's cool that you can give them that. But I for sure did not. I mean, we had band and stuff, and you could join band, but I don't know if they ever had like something like that. That's incredible.
Yeah, the cool thing though, you know, whenever we have I hate to call them talent shows, because to me, talent shows just seems it's like a week thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
what would you prefer to call it?
I call it music festivals.
Oh, okay.
And so we have 2 big ones every school year. We have 2 little ones. We call those the little ones. We call it the Nighthawk Tour.
Okay.
The Nighthawks. It's our mascot. It's
weird.
It's a weird little bird.
Nighthawk.
Yeah, at first I was like, it's intimidating. No, I looked it up. It's like a small little bird. I think. Yeah.
Oh.
It was years ago that I looked it up, but
that's funny. My high school was a Red Hawk.
See, that sounds cool.
I don't even think that's a real thing though. A Red Hawk.
That sounds dope. Nighthawk, Red Hawk.
What was your mascot?
Nighthawk.
It's your same school. Yes.
Yeah. So we were like, okay, cool. But you know, those little, you know, the point of having these little shows is for them, obviously, you know, for the performers to perform. That's a given. But also, the kids, whoever's working backstage, whoever's the crew, I like to call it the crew, they're the ones running the whole thing. Yeah. From stage managing to the lighting. Well, if it's outside, you can do lighting, but yeah. You know, running the soundboard. What else? I also actually. I started doing this last year because it just didn't occur to me now. Like, at like the first year, I'm like, wait, I didn't think about this. Let me implement video.
Oh, bring a little bit of your other talent into it.
Yeah. So it's so now you're looking at a program where I was teaching video, where I'm teaching video, music, stage managing, that kind of stuff, audio production, lighting, even just marketing. I'm really bad at marketing, but even though, like, all right, kids, students, cool, you have a show coming up. What do you need to do? You have your performers, cool. What do you need? We need an audience. How do you get an audience? You promote. How do you promote? We have our program. We have our own Instagram page.
Really?
Yeah, we're like, all right, cool. I need to see flyers. I need to see you guys promote. You need to be tagging that page like 24/7. You need to blow it out there.
You're really teaching these kids skills they're gonna use in the real world, and especially when they go to college. Yeah. And oh my God! Well, can I go back and like redo my high school?
Sure, you can come by.
I'll come join this school.
Definitely come by as a guest.
That's awesome. I would love to see a show too.
Yeah.
Can anybody come to these shows?
Which leads me to this one. At the end of the school year, unfortunately, you know, under these circumstances that we're in right now, it's just everything's being delayed. So
don't worry, guys. We're 6 feet apart. Coronavirus.
20 feet. It's just a camera angle right now. We are, what is it? At the end of the school year, we have this thing called the Melodies Jukebox Music Festival. We did that after one student. Well, they did. Because I had a student who was
named Melody.
Yeah. So I was like, this one girl was like, why don't we just call it Melodies Jukebox?
Oh.
Okay.
Good for her.
Good for, but you see them? That's them giving input.
Yeah. And then they also want to like encourage the other kids.
Exactly. So that show or festival, not talent show. I forbid my students from saying that. No, it's not a talent show.
I can see why you say that though, because for me, I can only speak on my personal life, but I used to think I had no talent. And then you hear this talent show, and I'm like, I can never be in that because I don't have a talent. What am I going to do? I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't act. And then as I like grew up and became older, and now here I am, like my talent is talking, but it's still talent. Anyone has something they can do. So that's incredible that you've changed that stigma of kids so they don't just get disappointed like, oh, I don't have a talent.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, they still call it talent show because that's just a given. You know, that's just kind of, that's technically what it is. But you don't have kids who are maybe not as talented as, you know, as the other kids. Some of them kind of just want to do it for fun, and I welcome it because it's all about having fun. You know, I have kids who've never sang in their life and they just want to do it. I'm like, dude, here,
just try it out.
Here's a microphone, you know. But at the end of the school year, we have this thing called Melodies Jukebox. it's not just a school show. You know, it's not just where, you know, all right, let's get the school, let's get the students, let's invite some parents. No, I go above and beyond. For me, I like to go all out. So what we did was last year's Melodies Jukebox was very, of course, you know, every year it gets better. You know, you learn from the mistakes. We invited the community. It was actually a community event. So not just a community event. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. You know, we invited the city officials. They couldn't make it. You know, of course, you know, they're busy. We invited the community. It was a free event. We invited other high schools that were near us because we're it's funny because like within like a 20-mile radius, there's like 1,000 schools.
Oh shit, really?
It's LUSD, you know.
Oh, okay. So many schools.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But we invited local talent, like a couple, maybe a few. Yeah. You know, a few local talent, alumni, myself. I performed actually.
Oh, sick.
A couple other former students.
Yeah.
We invited just a bunch of people, you know, different schools, different middle schools, kind of to help promote the school a little bit.
Yeah.
So you see where I'm going with this. It's not just okay, cool, it's a little talent show for the kids, you know, just to play a couple songs. I give them more of a reason to do that now because it's more like, okay, I'm not just performing in front of my friends. I'm performing in front of a crowd that's never seen me. You know, I'm not telling them this, oh, guys, this is the start of your career. You know, you're going to be rock stars after this. It's just kind of like, guys, you worked on this. You did all this.
Have pride in, like, the production of it.
Exactly. You know, and I bring it up a lot. It's like, how cool does it feel, guys, that you had, like, college. I invited my old college professors to come check this out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and they came, too?
Only one made it, unfortunately.
Hey, one is enough.
One is enough. And she was like, Chester, I did, like, wow. Like,
and that must be so awesome because that professor taught you all of these skills. You're now teaching a whole nother generation of people. That is so empowering, dude. Like, whoa, I feel like I'm not even close to that level.
No. And it's funny though because sometimes I'll be like, you know what, her name is oh my god, I forgot her name. Oh my god, I should feel bad.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
There's so many things on my mind right now. But yeah, it's just, you know, I told my professor, you know what, I'm even promoting Santa Monica College.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's a community college, it's still a transition school.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to go somewhere else, it's fine. But I still want them to go there to have first-hand experiences. You know, there's other departments there, not just video, television, film, course. You know, but there's other departments there they can check out.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that they want to do. But it's just for them to really get for me, it's all about hands-on experience. You know, I could just be like, hey, everyone, here's a board. This is what a camera is. This is what it does. Sometimes I'll bring in my own personal gear.
The lazy way of teaching, I like to call it.
Exactly. Sometimes I'll come in with my own personal gear. Here's a camera. The kid will be like, what the hell? Use it.
That's awesome.
You know, take it. You know, my amplifier, I have gear. I have personal stuff at the school right now.
Oh, shit.
It's like, and sometimes I'll throw in my own money, which I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
But it's like, I need stuff now. Yeah. I need cables. I need this. I need a microphone.
You want to really make it a bigger deal than it is so that the kids know this is what you're working towards.
Yeah. Exactly. And the cool thing now that, you know, it's gotten so big now where usually we get people from the district come in and kind of inspect or check us out, see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point where I'm getting too many kids now.
Oh.
To where they appointed an assistant.
Oh.
So now I have an assistant.
Look at you.
So he's in charge of like kind of the beginners, the 101s.
Oh, okay.
You know, who want to play music. While I'm prepping up my kids. Yeah. They're the ones who are already getting ready for the bigger shows.
How was it to have an assistant for the first time? Was it a weird experience?
It was weird because I'm like,
you seem very humble. Where you wouldn't really want to be like, you tell them to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just, you know, because the thing is, you know, one, it's an after-school program. Two, it's not like I'm getting paid like $1 million. You know, but at the end of the day, what really matters is the kids. You know, it's I try to let the kids figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to stick with me, sure. But, you know, sometimes I'll encourage them, you know, oh, there's a guitar part you don't know. I'm really bad at teaching guitar, to be honest. You know, I can tell you how to do it, but to really get all technical about it, it's like, man, you're going to have to go with Ian. That's my assistant.
Okay.
Great guy.
Shout out to Ian.
Yeah, so at first I was a little like, oh, my God, like, I hope some guy doesn't come in and kind of takes my kids away. That was kind of my fear.
Like a little fearful.
Yeah, it's like, oh, man, hopefully it doesn't get to that. You know, but the kids love them, and it's only natural because, you know, I'm a young instructor. You know, I'm only 26. I started when I was like 24.
That's great though that you made so much of your life in just 2 years. That's a really great. You should be feel very accomplished about that.
I do. Yeah, it makes me feel good. You know that I've done, like I said, so much in this amount of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been great. I know I've been talking too much.
No, I love. That's what it's about. I want you to talk. we're chill, we're calm, we're drinking coffee. It's so great to just learn that about someone. Like, you would never know, like, wow, you've been through all of these things and now here you are. Like, it's just so, it makes me feel so like magical that you're like teaching kids these real life skills. Because I feel like, honestly, when I was in college, or even especially high school, we like were not prepared for college. They just tell you to do these research papers, and what the fuck am I using this research paper for? Like, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
And I never really had classes where it was like skilled. Besides one, I did take a work study program, and I learned work skills because I was working already in high school. But besides that, it was never like interesting topics like that to even go for. Or we never had after school programs. So the fact that you've made an after school program become so big, where you put on music festivals and then all these people are coming, that is so incredible. What is the number of people, do you know, off chance, of your biggest crowds or audiences?
It's, I don't want to give the impression that it was like thousands or,
well, no, but a big chunk of people.
Yeah, I mean, our auditorium is very small. Like I said, it's a very small school. Fits in roughly, I think, a little over 300. I could be wrong.
That's still a lot of people, though.
Last Melody's Jukebox, it was a full house. And the cool thing, though, the kicker was we had free tacos after the show.
Oh, shit, so tacos?
Yeah, so we're like, Melissa actually went with Jonathan.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you could ask them how it went. Yeah.
Awesome.
Probably embarrassed myself because I was singing.
Oh, I love it. So now I know the coronavirus is going on. Is it postponed now?
Everything. We had multiple shows lined up during lunchtime. We have our little like lunch performances. Those are the Nighthawk tours. Okay. I just gave it a kicker name, you know. So yeah, unfortunately everything got postponed. And most likely what is it, cancel it?
Oh, yeah. Until like everything's settled.
Yeah.
But when you do the next one, after all this is crazy, we should definitely, like I would love to come. That would be so awesome to see.
You're welcome to come to.
Yes, we'll come do a RAD CHAT special. Check it out.
That'd be great.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
So do you think that, being a videographer and now being an educator, and you were stagehand and you had all this experience, what do you think was your most, where do you find your most creativity comes from?
My God, I don't know.
Or where do you feel maybe that you thrive most in? Like, where you really feel like the art form that you've now learned in your life, you're like, wow, I really feel like like maybe your most happiest moment, or where you feel like you thrive best in? Or it could be all of them.
Yeah, all of them, honestly. And this is kind of a good segue to I know we talked about it before the interview. I don't know. The perfect example I think I could give you is Walt Disney's vision. So you're a huge Disney. We're both Disney fans.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just that whole idea. Give them, go all out. Then maybe call it perfection, but really it's like where they're 100% satisfied. That is your goal.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that whatever it is, if it's videography, I want to make sure it's like the best thing it's ever. Maybe it's not, but I want to feel like it's the best.
Yeah.
And so, if a kid, for example, when it comes to the students, I want to make sure they have the best resources. So I always push my supervisors to spend on us. Okay. I don't care if it means like cutting my hours. I really don't care. I just want to make sure they get the best experience. Okay.
And then you feel like you're really thriving in that experience of doing that for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Because I know, a little backtrack. You said that for a little bit you were kind of going through like a deeper, dark spot just because no one was hiring you and you were trying to go for these big companies before you really realized maybe you're more passionate. Now I'm sure you found where your passionate lies. But when you're going through that darker time, how did you feel you really got out of it? Did you just really feel like you just had to keep trying? Because I know I've been through some dark times, and I'm sure many other people do. What do you think helped you get out of that?
You know what? That's a really good question, because there were days where I just kind of wanted to give up, and it's a little weird to say, I love what I do nowadays, but somehow I'm just not satisfied with it 100%. I feel like I need more.
Yeah, which is good, because I feel like you never stop wanting to achieve more. So it's always probably a good chip to have.
Yeah, I don't know. there's just so many factors that went into it. You know, me trying to, you know, not, you know, I don't know. Like I said, there were moments I really wanted to give up, but then I guess what kept me going was, you know, there's so much that I've done in my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, everyone has a purpose. Mm-hmm. Everyone here in the world has a purpose.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, okay, all this was offered to me, you know, given, opportuned, whatever. But it's like, all right, cool. I just can't be, you know, I got to suck it up. Maybe this is it. Maybe I just have to suck it up and just keep fighting. Keep pushing, you know? Because believe it or not, this school, another twist, the job at the school, I tried so many times actually to apply.
Really?
Yeah, because every time I went, it was always someone else.
Got you.
So it wasn't until the last time I went, it was this other guy. I'm like, okay, cool. And then out of nowhere, it turns out he knows
knew your other guy. Wow. So do you think when you got the interview with the guy that knew your friend, were you just getting out of that dark moment and then boom, this happens? Or it helped you get out of that? Like, oh my God, wow, the pieces all aligned for me.
A little bit, because the first year when I was working there, I still struggled.
Yeah.
Because my supervisor, because the guy who hired me, he ended up quitting as soon as I started.
Oh.
So he ended up putting his second in command up top.
Got you. So it was probably a little awkward.
It was a little awkward. So, you know, there wasn't that chemistry. We always clashed. And it's like, she didn't really believe in me at first. You know, not because she's a bad person, it's because, the numbers weren't coming in.
She didn't understand the concept yet.
Yeah. Right? So it's just kind of like, oh my God, I think I'm just going to quit. I don't know what I'm going to do now. No one's hired me for other video projects. You know, what am I going to do? There was just so much happening.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. It's just, I guess somehow, you know, just something just fell on me, like what the hell? Like, you know, bird shit.
Like that light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, so you said that. I said bird shit.
I'm like, you found the light.
No, yeah, and so like a pigeon just pooped on me, and I was like, "Oh, what is this? Oh, look, it actually smells good." You know,
that's a funny analogy.
Yeah, it actually smells good. It's not the bad one this time.
Hey, don't they say if a bird poops on you, it's good luck? Actually.
Well, the universe owes me a lot, because the last time a bird pooped on me was when I was like 14. So yeah.
Hey, it's catching all those.
You're freaking late, universe. Super late.
I've been humbled enough. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I want to be cocky. I'm the shit. No. No.
But that's awesome, because I feel like, you know, maybe some people haven't been through a dark time, but I've definitely been through a dark time, and it is, you don't, I feel like I asked that question because for myself, I didn't know how I got out of it either, but somehow you just get out of it, and when you think back to that time, and that's why I asked it, to kind of see like, oh, it makes you think like, oh, maybe, I just kept trying, and you just never know where you're going to end up, and it seems kind of for you
Exactly,
too.
Yeah. Really, of course, you know, everyone has, I don't want to, you do have control, you know, you have total control of your own destiny, of course, but I never really want to encourage people to really, I don't know, there's this, what is it, good things happen to those who wait.
Yeah.
True, but you don't want to wait too long.
Yeah, it's like, a good balance of hard work and also having the ability to put action towards your dream, in a sense.
Yeah. Exactly, because there are days where, you know, I'm trying, and there are days like, fuck, man, like nothing's happening, but it's okay, you know. I look back and like, oh my God, look how many times I tried. It's kind of embarrassing, but at the end of the day, it's like, no, that just shows like I never gave up.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure that, and I also am leading to ask that because that probably helps you now recognize that in your kids, like, wow, like I know how I felt growing up, and I put myself in a dark place, and, you know, things maybe not going well, but now I can help these kids figure out like, it'll be okay in the end. Like maybe they'll struggle too at one point, but at the end of the day, you're now here teaching them, and you're a good representation. Yeah,
it's funny though, because a lot of my kids, I keep telling my kids, they're high school kids, but you know, they're my kids. They're like my little siblings.
You're a little educated.
And so sometimes, you know, I'm not your typical teacher, you know, where it's like, hi class, how's everybody doing? My name is Mr. Menjivar. Welcome. You know, I'm young, but sometimes you have to show authority, you know. You just can't be too laid back. But when I am laid back, it's more of like, you know, it's not my job to listen to what's really happening to them, you know, like what's happening at home. You know, I can't ask that question. Of course. But when I see them like bummed out or something, of course, the best thing I can do is, you know, what is there anything I can do for you? And, you know, of course they can't tell me anything, but what I do say to them is, you know, whatever's happening right now, just so you know, it happens to me, it happens to all of us. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you know, you stay strong, And I can guarantee you, by the end of the year, you're going to feel a lot better.
Yeah.
You feel a lot better.
And that's sometimes all they need to really hear. You don't really need to know all the details, but just so they know someone on the outside kind of is looking over them in a sense.
Yeah, reassurance. That's what they need.
Yeah, reassurance.
Lots of that.
Nurture.
Yeah. And, you know, sometimes the kids will be like, oh, man, this song's too hard. I can't do this song, man. Is it okay? Your point is?
Yeah.
What's your point?
Keep trying.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't do it. Okay, well, take the guitar home.
Yeah.
Take it home, dude. I'm not telling you can't do anything. You know, you're the one. You're holding yourself back.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that, and I learned a lot about myself too.
I was gonna ask you, do you think you learned a lot about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, you being a young educator, you grow up like that quick because it's not the best way to say it, but you know, I'm babysitting a lot of kids in a way. You know, it's especially since they're high school kids. It's like, you know, they're a little bit rebellious. They're kind of, you know, they're figuring themselves out. You know, what are they, an adult? Are they a kid? You know,
that awkward transitional period we've all had.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, wow, this is how I was as a kid. Okay, so what can I do? You know how we always, man, I wish I didn't do that. Oh my God, I wish if I could go back in time, I would do this, I could do that. You know, I wish I would have done things differently. I always tell the kids, you know what? Think about what you're gonna do, and just go with your gut.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel like I had a kid who told me, you know what? Oh, my mom doesn't want me to go to this place because this and that. I was like, well, why? Oh, because there's going to be alcohol, there's going to be partying. Well, cool. Right now you're thinking of just that.
Yeah.
That's all you're thinking about. But think about, try to go a little, you know, think long term. Okay, after the party, what's going to happen? You know,
open their mindset.
Yeah, it's like, what's going to happen to you afterward? What is your mom going to say? What are your parents going to say? How are they going to feel afterwards? Sure, you know, you're going to go out there, your little 4 hours of fun. Yeah. But are you really going to risk 4 hours of fun, you know, for your parents to be disappointed? You know, it's like, we have a show coming up, and then they're going to ground you, and I won't be able to have you for the program. You're going to be all mad. You're going to be pissed off.
That's a good way to make them look at it in a bigger picture. Yeah. As that purpose is for.
Yeah. Yeah, so they need a bigger magnifying glass. Yeah. It's like, this is them, but, you know, so hopefully...
broaden their horizons.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. I really, really praise you for doing that and working with kids and just showing them skills. Like, that is so needed in the world right now. Like, especially we're in this gray area, and here you are, like, teaching kids how to do things that maybe no one would teach them how to do. So that is so rad, dude.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then just to kind of go a little bit back to videography, I know you're obviously you know do the things for the schools and you do your own projects, and I know you're kind of, we're talking about, it first started as vlogging and you're very active on Instagram. How do you think what like your style is? Do you have a certain style? Because I know you're talking about the Chester shot and that was your style. Do you think now that Instagram is becoming bigger and you do different projects, like you did a modeling project, and I'm sure you book other projects?
It's funny that you say that, because you know I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in the spotlight where I gotta check out his stuff. Yeah. People are gonna be like that. My Instagram page is still private.
Oh, okay.
It's still private.
That's okay.
And the thing is, I don't know, there are days I'm too scared to show my stuff out there.
Really?
There are days where
that's okay.
Because when it's my stuff, it's like
it's your own personal artwork. So there's always gonna be a piece of you that's gonna. It's like your baby in a sense.
Yeah.
I understand that. I used to feel like that with my pictures. Like, people are gonna judge my photos, and what if someone thinks this one's ugly, or I think this one's not ugly? Yeah. And you do risk your own piece of yourself in everything you do. So I can understand that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know, it just feels kind of weird sometimes. Like, people have told me, dude, why don't you have your profile, you know, public? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just it's scary. Yeah. It really is.
It is.
Yeah, because like I said, I usually when we do projects, it's not because, you know, when Skin Deep Photo, when they put like my videos out there, I tremble, I get nervous. I'm like, oh my God, ooh. And then I look at all my mistakes instead. I'm like, man, I wish I could have fixed that. That doesn't look good. Oh man, I don't know.
And it's funny because only you have that critique. Because then you look at all the comments and everybody loved it. It was awesome.
Great video, loved it. It's awesome, fabulous.
It was so awesome. And then it probably makes you feel a different way then. Do you feel like you struggle with that sometimes, like being scared and critiquing yourself, and then you see the reaction and it's really positive?
It feels really weird because like I said, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. Like I said, I don't fish out compliments. I don't fish out, you know, like the likes. You know, I think my best photo on Instagram is like a throwback, and it got like 144 likes, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But you know, I have like 600 followers, I think.
That's okay.
But it's like I really only engage with like 20 people.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. It's just.
But it shows the people that do engage with you really like your content, and that's probably the more important thing right now. Yeah. I think that's where we're going in life.
You know what's funny though? Well, here's the thing though. Like, I kind of. My Instagram, I don't know. I feel like my personality is like I threw up my personality all over my Instagram page.
That's the best type of personality, right?
Though. Because the reason why I say that, because I kind of, there's been a delay in content, you could say, because I unfortunately had my camera stolen not that long. Remember the camera I was using? Yeah. No more. So I've been saving up for.
I'm so sorry.
Cool. So there was one shattered dream there.
Oh,
you know,
no.
so that kind of stopped me from doing videos. Yeah. You know, but of course, you know, you have your phone. There's no excuses. You know, we're doing this on an iPhone.
Yeah. Shout out to iPhone.
Team Samsung. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. It's all right. So is Jennifer. So is my boyfriend.
Oh, there you go.
Everybody.
So.
It's terrible. I'm like still stuck. Yeah. Anyway.
It's funny. No, you know, it's just. I mean, the camera on this one sucks, I'll be honest with you. Oh, okay. This is the S8 Plus garbage. I'm sorry. Ooh, the S20
shade.
Though, that S20 though that I saw a review on it.
Good. Oh. You're like working towards it. I'm working towards it.
Yes, I am. Believe it or not. But where was I going with this?
But I'm sure that the fact that your camera got stolen also probably makes you feel more wanting to be more secure of your own content.
Yes, very. Yeah, because
you've been violated.
Yeah, it's funny though because. What is it? There are times when people have told me like, dude, you haven't been posting videos. You know, I feel bad that like, you know, I can't really, I guess, be yourself in a way. You know, like, oh man, I can't really do me anymore. I can't really go out there shoot videos like I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, okay, cool, I have a phone, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, especially for someone who's an actual professional at it. You want your camera.
Professional. Ooh, no.
You went to school. You got the degree.
I guess. No, but yeah, you know, it really did bum me out. But I think that kind of like maybe just, you know, just focus on education for now.
Yeah. Which is cool too, because that is where you're focusing now, but you always have your other skills to always have with you. True. Which is cool too.
Yep. And since I don't have a camera, so I was like, okay, well, I have no videos to make, to shoot, whatever. So when you said earlier, like, I'm so active on social media, it's crazy though, because it kind of reminds me of like the way I don't know, the way I use my social media. It kind of reminds me of the way I used to vlog on Snapchat.
Yeah.
So
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't know why I started vlogging. I just kind of. I mean, we're talking like 2015, 2016. So
before blogging was cool.
Yeah, before everybody did it.
Before it got hipster.
Oh, God. Yeah, you know, now it's like, I mean, when I was doing it, it was just for fun.
Yeah.
You know, and what was it? I was only talking to like 50 friends, 100 friends.
Hey, that's a lot of people. I can count on one hand how many friends.
Right. And then here's the interesting part where I was like, I was doing it with, you know, with some friends from school. They were kind of like celebrities in a way, because I'll go to work, I'll go here, I'll go there. Hey, dude, what's up with your friend Poop? So my friends were being noticed by other like
nice. Like on your Snapchat.
Yeah.
Blogs.
Hey, so that's Poop, right? That's Poop. That's my other friend.
Oh, nice. It's like, shout out to your friend.
Yeah. He just came out on TV in Thailand.
Oh shit, yeah, that's awesome. It's
like sexy bitch.
Yes, girl.
I'll show you later. It's really funny.
Yes, that's awesome.
It's a dating show that goes wrong, I think.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah. No, but you know, it was just me being me.
Yeah.
Kind of, what is up, Snapchat world? Here we are, blah, blah, blah.
Authentically yourself, and you're getting good reception about it.
Yeah, and then literally what I would do is I would go, while I was vlogging, of course, I'm not going to be vlogging at my house. So I would actually, by myself, I'll go to like the California Science Center, museums. I'll go here, I'll go Disneyland by myself. Well, of course, you know, because I'm shooting footage.
Yeah.
But while I'm doing that, I'm vlogging. Yo, what's up? Here I am. Check this out. Oh my God, look at this. This is so weird. Whatever, you know. Yeah. So. And
those are the best times, because sometimes, especially for me, I'm not from California. Now, obviously, I live here and I do Disney videos too. But before I lived here, I was watching the vloggers, and I'm like, oh, one day I'm gonna go there where that guy's standing in his vlog. Like, I'm gonna go eat what he's eating. So that's so important to do. Yeah. And because you're having fun doing it. You're somewhere you love. You're doing something that you like to be, and you're just being yourself. And we need more people that are authentically themselves, and that's what I think we're missing in the world. And maybe what more people are starting to do, but that you should embrace it, man. Embrace it. I
guess, yeah. It's funny because there were days where I'm like, should I bring it back? Not Snapchat, but I like do it on Instagram. And now I noticed that on Instagram, I'm very silly. I'm very witty. Like, I never take things too seriously. Sometimes I'll do like the most stupidest things on Instagram. I'll take like a funny selfie, or I'll do this, or I'll like,
which I personally love. So you should think about going public. We'll think about it.
Think about it. Yeah, I troll people. I troll whatever it is. But I don't know. There are days where I just kind of like, should I go back into it? Because it's funny, going back a little bit, backtracking a little bit. I used to hang out with the like Disney Instagrammers. Okay. You know how like they're a big thing now. I'm sorry, but
they are a big thing.
And the thing is, there's some that are good, some that are bad. I'll be honest with you. It was a big clique. We would hang, they're all like Instagrammers. Like, oh yeah, like hashtag this, hashtag that. We were called the Magic Squad. Okay. I think at the peak, at the height of the whole trend, our little clique was just there. They were popular. Yeah. They were the popular ones. Okay. People knew them. So while I'm there, I don't know. While I'm there, I'm just I'm just the Snapchat vlogger, whatever, because I had just started an Instagram page. Okay. And I guess from there, I just started kind of following people. Yeah. And so that's where it all started. People would tell me, hey, dude, can you shoot a video for me? Yeah. I'll do it. You know how there's all these like clothing brands nowadays, like Disney merch, like homemade stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a what is it called? I'm a brand rep. Can you like shoot a video of me like modeling the product, whatever? Like,
I know about that.
Yeah, so I'm like, sure, go ahead. But the thing is, over time, it just got a little toxic. That environment kind of, I don't know. Like, I feel like, going back to what you said, like, everyone didn't seem like they were real.
Authentic themselves. Yeah. They're just doing it maybe for the brand.
Yeah, and on top of that, they were doing it for likes, for the comments, for the shares, for that. I'm like, nah. And I was like, you know what, at one point I was like, when I get to 500 followers, my page is going to be public. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, no offense to those people. That's great. You do you. That's awesome. But it's just like, for me personally, I mean, I speak for myself, because I was hanging out with the toxic group. Gotcha. Not everyone there was bad. There were a few people that were really cool, but it felt like I didn't belong there. Okay. It wasn't me.
It wasn't your clique.
I mean, it wasn't my clique. Yeah. And there was drama, so I just kind of I took a step back and said, you know what, bye everybody. Yeah. I'm gonna go my own way.
And that's totally okay. I think it recognizes the kind of integrity you have, that you can recognize, okay, maybe this isn't where I belong with them, so I'm going to do my own thing. And I think that's great, because I'm just a misfit living in the world, just trying to be me. Yeah. Is what I always say. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Perks of Being a Wallflower, but it's like, oh, we're all just on the island of misfit toys, which is also like maybe a Christmas reference. But I think that's the best thing, where you can remove yourself maybe from a toxic group, or maybe something that you think is not authentic, and make your own magic of like, you know what, everyone is here for a reason, so I'm gonna be me. And like you said, you're silly and you do things on Instagram that the people that you like follow you see and enjoy, and that's great. And you don't know, maybe somewhere out there, some other country, you'll meet someone and be like, man, I loved your Instagram.
I'm not gonna lie, there was one story on Snapchat. Oh yeah. One girl did that on because I guess, because of course, these Instagrammers, oh yeah, be sure to follow him on Snapchat. You know how they'll do that? Yeah. Whatever. And I would get all these my glory days. I mean, my prime, I was like at, I don't want to say it was a lot of followers, but it was a good amount. Yeah. Yeah. And I was in Disneyland with, what was I with? Point is, I'm walking in Disneyland. It's always in Disneyland. I'm walking through there, and I get stopped by a girl, and she goes, hey, you. And I'm like, yeah, what about me? What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, what's going to happen? Yeah. And she goes, aren't you Chester? I'm like, yeah. But of course, me being so oblivious, I'm just like, what the fuck? You
don't even know who she is.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, where do you know me from? Like, mutual friends? Yeah. She goes, oh no. I was like, oh, I follow you on Snapchat. I follow you because of this one other girl. I follow. Oh yeah, I recognize like you from Snapchat. Like, you're funny. And I'm like, oh.
How did that make you feel?
I'm not gonna lie. It made me feel cool.
It was good.
It was cool. I'm like, oh shit. Would you like a picture? Like,
I'll sign it.
Sign it.
Don't forget. See, that's cool. Because
and she did. And she actually ended up taking like a selfie with me. But I'm like, who the fuck am I? Like, I'm nobody, Like, but I guess.
You're the best type of people. The people who don't have a cocky attitude, but then people who like your personality, they want to show you like, dude, you're loved. We love your personality. Like, literally, when I first met you with Skin Deep, you were so cool. Your vibe was awesome, and you're talking about Disney. And I'm like, oh, this guy is rad as hell. And now I follow you on Instagram, and I love your content. So you just never know. There's obviously going to be haters in the world. Yeah. Everyone wants to hate. Yeah. but no one can ever take you away from you. So as long as you're doing you, people will gravitate towards that. Well, people that like that, you know.
Yeah, it's all about to push people away, you know. Yeah, but you know, it made me feel great, you know. But it's like, you know, it's pressure because, you know, that's why I give credit to a lot of YouTubers, successful ones that are really cool.
Yeah.
You know, that are, you know, have like 1 million subscribers. It's like, how do you do it? You know, like, you know, how do you?
I know, it's crazy.
It's just pressure. It's just pressure because I forgot. I made a joke. It's like I don't think I would ever be a great celebrity because. Like my fat ass is when I go, you know, if I want to go to McDonald's, I don't eat McDonald's, but if I want to go eat a Big Mac, and there's like 20 people like waiting for me to, you know, waiting for me to take a photo with them, it's like, nah, bitch, you're gonna have to wait because
I'm eating my food.
Like,
but that's okay. I feel like it's like a personality thing, you know. That's not your goals of life, but one person recognizing you feels good, you know, like, oh, they like what I'm sharing and it's cool. And I used to, like, and you said in your prime of Snapchat days you had fun, and it's really all about fun. Like I do Instagram because it's like I can be me and people that like me for who I am, which for a long time I like going back to like when we go through some dark times and maybe we're misfits, and it's like, oh, like, can I be myself? Are people gonna judge me because I'm a weirdo dork? Like, but then you find, oh yeah, people like it, that's cool. Maybe I don't have 1 million followers like some people, but I have a good amount that I like, and as long as I'm engaging with people, oh, there's a bee. I was scared. Then that's all that matters, you know.
Yeah, so exactly.
It's cool that you can recognize that, like, oh, that was a really cool time in my life, but also not feel like, oh, cocky about it. Like you're stayed humble and just doing the grind. That's awesome.
Yeah, just I mean, I there's a lot of, it's funny because you say that, you know, putting the grind. There are a lot of people out there that are, you know, that like to be Insta famous, or I was actually going back to, you know, being hired. I had this one guy, apparently it's been a while, but he's BFFs with, what is it, Kylie Jenner.
Oh, okay.
Actually, he called me personally, this one dude.
Oh, shit.
Was it Kylie Jenner? I forgot, but someone famous. Insta famous, whatever. Personally called me, hey, check it out, this is what I want to do, this and that, this and that. Of course, we're going to start off by free. Like, yeah, sure, you know, it's kind of how you start a project, you know. You put in your work first, and then the money comes in later. But it was more like, I do all the shooting, I do all the editing, I do everything, basically. It's like, here, let me just shoot you, and I do all the work, but then they take all the credit.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of how,
disheartened you a little.
Yeah, it's like, that's kind of the industry. Let's, you know, that's just how it is. But I don't know, I guess I took it personal.
Yeah.
I took it very personal. I was like, well, I mean, it plus his attitude, the way he carried himself, you know, it's like, you know, I'm hot shit, you know. I got a million of followers, this and that, you know.
Okay,
this could definitely help you out, you know. My followers can go to you. This is okay, dude, relax, bro.
You're not doing it for that purpose. You're really doing it because you love the craft, the artistry of it. And that just shows the kind of person you are and your integrity. And, you know, all that aside, that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because you're going to do things you're passionate about and that really you gravitate towards. So, that's cool. You got to a place in your life where none of that matters and you're doing stuff that matters to you.
Yeah. And it's funny, though, because, you know, I just love it. Even with the whole, you know, Skin Deep, you know, I love those guys to death. You know, it's funny because Jonathan... Yeah, I mean, Jonathan and I, we've known each other since elementary school.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, so we met, you know, when we were... little bitty babies.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, you know, him and I, we have history, you know. And then when I found out, you know, he's doing all his photography with his girlfriend, I'm like, dude, that's awesome. So there are days when, you know, when we go out, there were days when, you know, when we had our shoots and everything, I just loved being there.
Yeah.
I just loved it.
It's a cool environment to be on a set like that.
Yeah.
On camera or behind camera.
Yeah. It also, like I said, the people. Because they were, you know, they would be like, yeah, we'll promote you, but it's kind of like,
you didn't really trust it, but then they do, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's not because, you know, it's just for, like I said, I've never been promoted. I don't like to promote myself. I just like to do it. Yeah, so when they would kind of like, oh yeah, follow the real Chasm Geek, whatnot, and I'm like,
Instagram handles, you guys hear that?
I know, right? It'll be somewhere down here.
Somewhere in the video.
Somewhere in the video. I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know. It's like, no. It's about you.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan, well, this is about you. So don't worry about me. You know, this is about you guys.
But it's cool because since you've had some bad experiences, when you meet good people and good humans that can counteract, like, you're doing me a favor, I want to do you, like, give you a solid, like, credit should be where it's due.
Yeah.
And so it's cool that you found good people through the industry that you can work with and you feel like you just want to be there because it's a good environment.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you really made that arc to be like, you know what it is to have toxic, you know you don't like that, it's not where we're going to be, so I'm going to gravitate towards where I'm appreciated, and I just like to hang out with these people. So that's the best part of this whole thing, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it's really cool to be, you know, I guess, and it's funny because it's all professional stuff too. You know, it is a photography, it is a photo shoot.
Yeah.
You know, we know each other, but it's funny how it's professional, but yet it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah. Because that's the greatest experience too, when you're doing something as a job, but it's really not a job.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my God, I'm goofing off too much, you know. I'm laughing more than I should.
But that's good, because that's like where, you know, the energy and the vibe is really good.
Yeah. That's
great. So do you think, is there anything currently you're working on maybe that you want to share?
Well, I'm almost in the process. Well, not almost. I'm actually in the process of buying a new camera.
Oh, nice.
So there's, of course, unfortunately, a lot of things are closed off right now, so I can't really do much. So that kind of delayed it, because I was already starting to work on ideas.
Okay.
Kind of like a little series.
Okay.
Like a 30-second series.
Nice. Coming soon.
Coming soon. So, but I do have on my Instagram page, I do have a lot of stuff there that I've worked on.
Okay.
And it's nothing so serious. Like I said, it's nothing where, you know, nothing too cinematic. It's just,
but stuff you're passionate about.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of crap put together.
Yeah.
And I have people tell me like, dude, I like this video because it kind of, I don't know, it makes you think of this, makes you think of that. I'm like, really? Like,
so it's cool. You're getting different perspectives.
Yeah, like, I had no idea. Like, that's what we were going to go for. Like, literally, I shot, this is literally like a 15, 20-second video of just like LA, the beach, with a song. I think what it is, it's the music. That's
it gives it a vibe, like a certain type of way.
Because that's actually how I shoot my videos.
Oh, okay.
You know, people read a script. I listen to a song and I'm like, you know what? I see it in my head already.
Yeah.
The opening shot, you know, what's happening, the transitions, who's there, what's there, you know, the kind of movement.
Yeah.
So.
And that's awesome, because I feel like to have a creative brain like that, and then, like, you see art in your head and then put it to film and put it to the direction and everything, that's so important. And really, like, you're the master of all those trades. You're a jack of all trades.
Here's the funny part though. I can have all these ideas. Once I'm there with the camera, I was like, fuck, I blank out. You know when you study so hard and when you get to the task, you're like,
oh shit. Do I circle A or do I circle B?
Yeah, so sometimes I just, you know what, whatever, I'll just shoot whatever I can.
Yeah. Sometimes
I'll go in with a clean slate. There's no, you know, ideas maybe. For example, a perfect example would be the first time I shot a video with Skin Deep.
So you've done a couple with them, right?
3.
Okay.
3.
Cool.
3. The first one, the second one I did was like my favorite one, because I think my heart and soul was it. Not saying the other ones were, you know, course, but it's just, I think that around that time I was going through some stuff, transition in my life. So there were moments.
That one is more pictorious in your head of like, I remember this one because I went through something, and now that helped me maybe gravitate out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know. It's just I spent like a month. I always felt bad that I made Melissa wait too long for a video. Reason why? Because like I said, it was just
she knows a lot of, you know, production goes into it.
Yeah, because it's not that the editing it's impossible. The thing is like, okay, cool. All right, I have all this footage. Shit, I didn't even think of a song. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm like paired it up with different songs. I'm doing this. I'm putting this footage here.
But I'm sure I can't speak for her, but she's probably so appreciative for that, because you're putting so much effort into her video. So that's like, just the fact that you're like, I need this song and that song, like that just shows how much you care about it.
Yeah, because I don't want to give them like half-ass shit, you know. And it's like, you know, it has to be something with love, something where like, you know what, they can use for multiple reasons, you know. Okay, what can I do? That video, the second one, the first one I did, I can tell you, it was just hard. I just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get it. And then, you know what? There was a song on the iTunes playlist. I was doing it on my Mac. Let me go to my iTunes. I don't have shit on my iTunes. There was a few songs that were there. Like, oh, this is one. And I just kind of cool, close my eyes. Let's drag and drop and let's fuck with it.
Yeah.
And it actually turned into something. It's not the best thing, but it's like, oh shit, it actually works.
It's coming together.
It's coming to, yeah.
That's cool. That like the process going through it is probably so much fun too. Just like, dang, here's the end product, but I went through all this and I did this and this, and then bang, there's the video.
It's the music, really. It's the music. You
helped it get really into it.
You can give me an outline,
It's probably because of your base as a musician, you really gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
And it helps you produce your art more.
Yeah. What is it? I have a list of songs that I wish I could work with.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I see this as a teaser trailer for something else, as a teaser for something. I don't know. There's just so many ideas I have. It's just kind of hard to really
put it all together.
Yeah.
It's because you just have a creative brain that's always trying to flow into the project.
Yeah, and it's like, slow down, dude, slow down.
That's cool though, man. You should keep that up. Keep doing that. I think you should really be you, man. We love who you are. You're a cool dude. You're doing such good things for the kids and for every project you're putting your soul into. If you guys do want to check out the videos he's talking about, do go to Skin Deep Photo, and then click on their website. It's all there, at least the ones that you've been a part of.
Yes.
I peep in one of them. And then hopefully the music festival will come back around and we can promote that again. And hopefully, dude, you should keep up the Disney blogging. I love it. I'm sure so many people would love it because we love Disneyland. Yes. And you're into Star Wars and LA Galaxy I see is on your hat. So you have so many cool interests that you can, man, people love that. So keeping you, man, thank you so much for coming on the show. That was so fun. Is there any other things you'd like to leave us on, or maybe some parting words or things you want to talk about?
Yes, fourscore. No, I was kidding. It's Abraham Lincoln stuff. I don't know. It's just I believe it's crazy. You know, we all go through crap.
Yeah.
And really, it's all on us. Yeah. I mean, obviously the coronavirus is affecting us, but here we are, still trying to give you guys content.
Yeah, just keep the positive outlook and just be you, man. Cheers. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my God, I got cold, baby.
It's okay. Thanks, guys.